When R&B singer R. Kelly's trial comes to town, Huey and Riley are on opposing sides of the controversial underage peeing issue. The Trial of Robert Kelly is the second episode of the BoonDocks, which premiered on November 13, 2005. The episode starts with Huey, Granddad, and Riley watching TV. Granddad changes the channel to the O'Reilly Factor, where Bill O'Reilly discusses R. Kelly's latest legal problems, which revolve around a video he made of himself urinating on a 14-year-old girl. Riley requests permission from Granddad to attend the trial in the city.
Hell no, but you can walk.
It's 40 miles.
All the money I spent on them damn Nikes? You better just do it.
Riley and Huey run into Tom Dubois on their way to the courthouse, which is his first appearance on the show. Tom expresses his hope that the boys aren't upset because he has to prosecute R. Kelly. Tom is the assistant district attorney. Riley, holding a Free R. Kelly sign, engages Tom in a heated debate, citing various reasons why finding R. Kelly guilty would exacerbate the situation.
Hey man, you do what you gotta do.
Why R. Kelly, huh? What did R. Kelly do to you?
He's accused of relieving himself on an underage girl on tape, which is against the law.
Okay. But let's examine this whole peeing thing. So I can pee in the toilet and it's okay. But if I pee on a person, it's like not okay?
Well, yeah.
Well, what if I'm peeing and Huey's in the bathroom and I accidentally pee on Huey? Should I go to jail?
What the hell would I be doing in the bathroom while you're in the bathroom?
Hold up. Remember when we used to sleep in the same bed when we was littler? From time to time, I'd have a little accident.
You still do.
Shut up! So, Mr. Dubois, Mr. I wanna lock niggas up for peeing. What's the statute of limitations on bedwetting? Why not prosecute me and R. Kelly at the same time, huh?
Now, Riley, no one's going to prosecute you for bedwetting.
And you shouldn't. It's a natural bodily function, and now every nigga in the world gonna be scared to pee. I may never pee again.
Riley, it was a little girl.
Oh, I seen that girl. She ain't little. I'm little.
Yes.
Gary Coleman's little.
Yes.
Mini-Me is little.
Very.
And to the best of my knowledge, we all managed to avoid getting peed on so far.
But what about the victim?
Oh, yes, the victim. At what point does personal responsibility become a factor in this equation?
I don't think that's...
I see piss coming, I move. She saw piss coming, she stayed.
Yeah, she did,
And why
but...
should I have to miss out on the next R. Kelly album just for that?
Tom is left speechless, to which Huey comments,
You just got beat by an 8-year-old.
And if R. Kelly goes to jail, I'll piss on your cat.
There are two groups of protesters at the courthouse. The first features three people dressed in suits resembling Cornel West, Tony Brown, and Dick Gregory, holding signs protesting the exploitation of minors. People in the second crowd are grilling on barbecue grills listening to R&B and holding crude signs with frequent misspellings demanding R. Kelly's release. A news reporter asks one of the Kelly supporters why she believes he is innocent. The large woman licks her fingers clean of barbecue sauce and says,
I'll say good.
Then Riley is asked why he supports R. Kelly by the reporter.
If I started peeing on you right now, would you A, smile and ask for more, or B, move the hell out the way? But before you answer that, let me ask America, has pee ever really hurt anybody?
As Riley speaks, Huey pulls his brother off camera, sparking a riot between R. Kelly protesters and supporters that is finally put to rest when R. Kelly arrives in his Hummer limo. Meanwhile, Granddad is spending the day playing checkers with Uncle Ruckus in the park. They discuss the trial and its potential consequences for black culture and society as a whole. Ruckus uses this opportunity to elaborate on his white supremacy theory. He brings up the Kobe Bryant trial and how white women are irresistible to him. He talks about it so passionately that he starts sweating. He later reveals his complete hatred for black people and his belief that he has a skin condition called
vitiligo. Every year my skin just seems to get blacker and darker and blacker and then more darker. It's the opposite of what Michael Jackson got. Lucky bastard.
After hearing Ruckus' attitude toward blacks, Granddad walks away enraged.
Nigga.
But later returns to give him a ride while he picks up the boys from the trial. Tom Dubois presents his case in court, a well-documented case supported by a videotape of the act, testimony from the victim, and DNA evidence for good measure. R. Kelly's attorney takes a different standpoint. All of that evidence is racism. This absurd argument appears to be enticing to the audience and the jury. R. Kelly's lawyer continues to use the race card whenever possible. He claims that while R. Kelly may have urinated on a minor, the victim was black, insinuating that R. Kelly is sexually attracted to black women. This argument is rejected by Tom. Kelly's attorney responds, "Your Honor, I'm trying to establish to the court..."
My client is a proud black man who loves his black sisters.
Unlike District Attorney Dubois, who's married to a white woman, Tom tries and fails repeatedly to appeal to the jury's common sense. Recognizing the situation's hopelessness, he regretfully withdraws his case with signs of defeat. R. Kelly's lawyer stands up and says he has nothing else to say, so he begins playing R&B music. Except for Huey and the Dubois family, the entire crowd dances when R. Kelly leaps onto a table and begins singing. Huey turns off the boombox and addresses the audience angrily.
What the hell is wrong with you people? Every famous nigga that gets arrested is not Nelson Mandela? Yes, the government conspires to put a lot of innocent black men in jail on fallacious charges. But R. Kelly is not one of those men. We all know the nigga can sing. But what happened to standards? What happened to bare minimums? You a fan of R. Kelly? You want to help R. Kelly? Then get some counseling for R. Kelly. Introduce him to some older women. Hide his camcorder. But don't pretend like the man is a hero. And stop the damn dancing. Act like you got some goddamn sense, people. Damn. Don't playing around here.
Riley quickly breaks the mood by booing and dismissing Huey's arguments.
Boo! Hey, you with the afro. Give it a rest. Beat it. Put the music back on.
R. Kelly is set free after the music is turned back on. When Tom's wife Sarah sees him in total defeat, she lovingly teases him about losing the case because he was
messing with them white women.
On the way home, Huey does the one thing he realizes he can do in this situation. He blames white people. My conclusion is, in all honesty, it is amazing how the creators of the BoonDocks predicted R. Kelly's fate in his first case, and we all see the end result of that case. But in 2022, R. Kelly was sentenced to 30 years in federal prison. Thank goodness these ladies finally came out and spoke to the public about the abusive relationships they went through with R. Kelly. I am a fan of Kells, but no person should undergo the trials and tribulations these young ladies face. Yes, Kelly is now in prison, but it is the rite of passage to ensure the safety of all black children, especially girls. The black women who confirmed Kelly was held accountable are the lighthouses we need to guide us. I have 3 daughters myself, and I'll be damned if I would tolerate these types of actions against them. This episode was hilariously funny, and I will watch it again. However, I rate this episode an 8 out of 10 because of how Tom was beaten out of his case. Although he had all the documentation, videotape, and evidence, the court still favored R. Kelly's attorney's plea of Tom being a racist against his own race of people. Also, if Tom had a little more confidence and R. Kelly wasn't the star he was, the trial might have happened differently. I guess if common sense was common, everyone would have it. Please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. All we are asking for is 200 likes to help take this channel to the next level. Tune in every Saturday for review videos and Sunday for more episodes. Thanks for watching, take care, and we will see you in the next one.
Now, the defendant was accused of shooting 3 little white women with a Winchester rifle from about 50 yards away. See, now, he thought he was gonna get off with that old I'm blind excuse. But, oh, boy, he had another thing coming.
The jury will now go off and deliberate on...
Guilty! That nigga is guilty!
Sir, settle down. You have to go deliberate.
I don't need to deliberate. Hang that nigga now! I got the rope right here.